one of the most coveted books in the comic book market. It will remain like this as long as Spider-Man is up there with the big three. That's Superman and Batman. Spider-Man right now is number one in my opinion. But this book, everybody wants it, man. And they really don't care what condition it's in. I like getting mines graded only because I just don't, whenever I sell something, I want people to know what condition it really is in, and let a professional tell you what condition it's in. In the meantime, I get them pressed because I want them to come back as at the best condition of that particular book. Now, one thing you got to watch out for is whoever you buy this from. Nowadays, near mint copies, very rare, man. Because I can't tell you, maybe the last 20 books that I've graded of this, I have not received a 9.8. It's got to be maybe the last 20 or 15 books that I've graded of Secret Wars 8, whether it's even in the directs, have not received 9.8. I've received a couple of 9.6s, no 9.8s. A lot of times I'm getting like 8.0s, 8.5s, and they deserve it. This one, okay, I got this off of Sands. Now, Sands says this was, I think he said it was very fine to near mint or near mint minus. If you look at it, it's got great color appeal. It is not a near mint minus book or a very fine near mint. It's not even very fine plus. Okay, so right off the bat, you could see it's got some wear already. Now, once you start getting close to that book, you start seeing the faults. See that? Move it up against the light. Start seeing those faults. The big faults in this book are in the back, but the color, look how great those reds are and the black. But you're gonna see typical wear that this book is from the 80s, man. See right there? This is not a very fine near mint book. It's not. It won't be either, okay? I mean, can it be very fine near mint after Kendra's done with it? I don't think so. No freaking way. Check out the back. This had some tape on it. It's actually sticky right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get it out. This is actually really dirty, man. You got to try and find like a clean spot for it. But I'm going to try to get that out. We'll see how I do before I send it to Kendra. I think Kendra, I know that he cleans also, but just to make sure, I'm gonna see if I can clean some of that up. All right, but if you go up against the light here, watch. It's pretty rough shape right there. Pretty rough. I mean, I could see, like, if you're just looking at this book from far away like that, maybe it's not gonna look so bad. It's like when you really go out and inspect it. You see that right there? That is a lot of damage on that. That's where Kendra comes in and he does his magic. So, realistically, what would I expect? I think this book, as it is right now, I think it's a 6.5. No more than a 7.0, probably a 6.5. Just the way it is. If I didn't have it graded. No, I'm sorry. If I didn't have it pressed. All right. Let's try and clean it. Gotta tell you, I feel pretty good about it. See, that came out with that eraser. I mean, I still have that type of crud that won't come out with the eraser, but I feel good about that. big time. It still can't, there's still a little residue there, but I just don't want to rip the book. All right, if Kendra can get most of this out, and I think he can, I know he can, right? This stuff, he can definitely clean that up a lot. This is big ifs, okay? And that right there, and of course, that right there, if he can do, I mean, can it be an 8.0 and an 8.5? It's not out of the question, but chances are it'll probably come back at a 7.5 because of that damage. Still got some, yeah. I'm guessing it'll come back at a 7.5, but either way, I'm going to have him press it. I'm getting a custom label for it. We'll see it come back. This was a lot that I paid $275 for. I actually got another one of these that looks definitely better than this one. I'm not going to show that one, but he said that was, I think he said it was near mint plus, but it's not. It's probably very fine near mint to near mint minus. But yeah, ended up paying $275 for both of those. All right. You see it when it comes back. That slab looks magnificent with this book. From here, this looks like a near mint book. Bright colors, the reds, the blacks, the whites even. They just pop out at you. But if you look closely, it doesn't look near mint anymore. We already knew what the problems were with this book. Yes, that's what drove this grade down, and I was definitely wrong in my assessment that it probably got to me at a 6.5. Chances are it probably got to me at a 6.0, especially after seeing the video after I made it, right? Well, you guys are gonna obviously see it now, but look at nice job that Kendra did on that. That is gone, man. That had a lot of damage here. Fold, a clear fold there. Over here on the top also, pretty much very nice, very nice. Of course, we have tick marks that are not going to be coming out with color breaking with the press. I mean, that right there is really what made it. The back, we had a lot of damage here on this corner. It was practically crumbled up, okay? As good as it's gonna get. Obviously, the foxing, you can't really do much with that unless you're gonna use chemicals. But all that crud is gonna stay, and that's really what look over here too, he got that out. Very nice job, man. This is why I press with this dude. However, the grade, yeah, I said it probably will come back at a 7.5, came back at a 7.0, and it is what it is. However, the other book that I didn't show actually looks better than a 9.4, to tell you the truth. Especially when you go close to it, that does not look bad at all, man. I mean, that looks like every bit of a near mint plus book. I mean, it looks freaking fantastic. And the back, crispy white. No foxing. I mean, I really don't see too much wrong with this thing. But it comes back as a 9.4. Overall, the deal with the Sandsman for these two, I paid $275. Now put probably around, I don't know, probably about $45 each, or another $90 for the grading and the pressing, right? So when all is said and done, after the fees, I'm probably gonna break even on this. Probably. All right. Might make $20, might lose $20. Not a good deal. Not a good deal. But am I angry with the Sandsman? No. I mean, this is the cost of doing business. Look, he's given me so many good books. I can't be angry with the man. I'm gonna end up getting more good books from him. Eventually, probably soon. You're gonna see them coming in. All right. These are some books that I'm sending to my comic shop. Okay. Another thing, I always have to mention this about my comic shop. If you see it on eBay, that a book is on my from my comic shop on eBay, don't buy it on eBay. I recently sold one of these on eBay. I had it up for $195 in my comic shop. Somebody bought it for like $245 on eBay. Why? You could have just went to my comic shop and bought it for $195. I just don't get it. Oh, by the way, Mark Spears. What I'm trying to look for with Spears is books that don't have his monsters characters, unless they're in a special type cover that stands out. I don't really like the posing covers. I don't really like that. If they stand out like an homage type cover, I'm probably gonna get it more than likely. This stood out for me because of the jaws. Just stood out, man. That is freaking dope. And yeah, I bought 10 of these, and it's done well for me so far. I'm gonna be sending some Golden Age, a little bit of everything. Golden Age. I mean, they're not big books, but they're still Golden Age books. 10 centers. Some Batmans. This one you've seen so many times on this channel. 9.4 for this one. That's a pretty looking book too, and I like that special label. I can't get this in a 9.8, man, and I don't understand why they came back at an 8.0. I wish I could show you guys this, but probably is an 8.0. I thought maybe it can come back at a 9.0 or an 8.5. But it's hard to get this like in a newsstand in a 9.8 or even a 9.6. Really hard to get, man. This is something that you can only get slabbed if it's 9.6 or higher. Unfortunately, in today's market. Second Hobgoblin. I would say same with this. Maybe a 9.4 still has value. This is a great book if you ever see it. This is the Black Widow #1, but this is the photo cover. I think it's like a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 15. It's a variant. It's an incentive. Very nice. Very. It's a book that people like collectors want to have, probably for signings. Even though, does she sign? I don't even know that she signs at all, man. But it's gonna get sold. Another photo cover. This one's only worth it if it's really a 9.6 or higher. I don't even know if I'm gonna make any money at a 9.4. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna break even. I'm hoping on that. And this book is always good. It's been good to me so far. It's another 9.6. All right. This is just some of the stuff that I'm gonna send to my comic shop. It's been. I'm still active. Oh. This was another bad deal I made with the Sands, man. It was in a poly bag, so you can't really tell what type of condition this is. You could guess, but the poly bags really do damage to these books. I didn't think that it was all that bad, to tell you the truth, but I thought this is another one that was kind of graded harshly. For an 8.5, I mean, I see that tick there, but really, this doesn't have too much, man. It's the back spine. See, look at that. this is where the damage is really, see it right there? That's what you show with, especially with this type of cover. But it is what it is. And Miles, not doing so well right now. Okay, so maybe I probably shouldn't even sell that, but I am going to. I just need the funds to pay for all this. And, but anyway, that's the spec game, my friends. The spec game. Not the last time you're going to see a book like this in this channel. I'm going to keep taking chances. The good thing with these books is that even though there's a ton of them, the demand for these books are just through the freaking roof, okay? And there's still a lot, but when I say that it's rare now to find like near mint, I'm talking about raws, okay? It's raws and near mint are going to be hard to find, okay? Because most of the near mint books, in my opinion, have been graded. So you're going to see a lot of books like this, between 7s and maybe 8.5s, 7 and 8s, okay? You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see less of these nowadays in this, and that's what I mean. Obviously, this book is not rare, okay? You can't even say that the 9.8s are rare, but because of the demand of this book, listen, a book like this, yeah, it's a 12 center. Or I'm not even gonna say that. Let's take a Golden Age book. Okay, it's a book from 1947. Okay, I mean, this is me as a collector. I'll take a 9.8 on this, or a high grade on this for my collection over this, only because of what this particular book means to me, right? As a kid, that's just my personal preference. But of course, that's a Golden Age book. But I'm not even looking at that. You could look at a book like this, which is Detective 79. Yeah, this can mean something. It's got a lot of damage, but yeah. Would I rather have that or this? I would rather have, me personally, I'd rather have that. Am I crazy for it or no? I mean, I would. I would. It's like, because this book, man, I see this book and it's like, I just remember what happens in that book. I don't know what happens in it, but I know what happens in this book. Okay? When Wolverine slices the hell out of the freaking Hulk and the Hulk just gets up and starts healing. Like immediately, from his injuries. It's a great book, man. Great cover, and everybody's got a preference. All I'm saying is there's room for everything. There's room for everything, and for me, my preference is the moderns, the bronzes, the coppers. That's my preference. All right. Later, my dudes.